All right, all right, all right. Hopefully you can see my screen. Hopefully we are all connected here. Perfect. So yeah, I don't want to see that coin. We don't care about that. And I'm not sure anybody's here yet, but I'd just like to start. Say hello, of course. Welcome back. Welcome to all those that are new. Hope everyone had an amazing, great Labor Day weekend. I definitely did. You know, friends, family, all that kind of stuff. What everybody wants to do. Hope everyone who is in the U.S. at least had that and just enjoyed themselves. And you know, things we came back today, and the markets are not that happy with us. So that's one of the things that's kind of interesting here, that we are not happy. So let's take a look here. What do we got? What do we got? Hey, Richard, how you doing? Thanks for jumping on. So let's take a look here for a second real quick. So of course we have some market and macro news right now, some stuff I want to cover first. Just like to get it out of the way, do it short in the top here. And I have stuff, of course, to go into with that. I am gonna let me get out of here for a second. My screen's all of that. We're gonna cover into drip. I'm gonna talk about Animal Farm. I have some things to update. We're talking about the tokens here. I am gonna touch into Furio. There's some stuff going with Furio that I want to go into. I'm not in it with this wallet, but that's, you can see, it's zero. But the price here is doing pretty well, and some stuff that I do have want to discuss. Some things here with Orbital Swap that I've seen has been moving and things there. Definitely want to talk about Ooze, the Ooze price right now. It keeps having these little pumps at these buys and the chart, but then it just sells back off. Someone was asking me, and I said, hey, you know what? I never like to try to catch a falling knife. So until they see this stabilize, I am waiting. There's another little green bar here, but this needs to stabilize to find the true floor foundation for me to feel comfortable to say, just like the charts, you know, that's one of the things I try to do there. I know you can't chart everything, but, you know, we see the charts here. We see pancake swap and drip on the DEX. I'm going to go into that. This is the Heikinashi, which kind of gives you that with my rolling MACD that I like to use. I personally have to use a 920. Makes a big difference there. So things like that. So it's just a lot of different stuff there. I definitely want to cover. I'm going to cover this one here. And I want to cover Opt of something new that came out. I have a couple of degen things I'm going to do. Total degen can completely go to zero. I have no idea. So it's not a hardcore recommendation, but I am doing that also for my personal subscribers. Which, speaking of course, number one, thank you to each and every one of you. The number keeps going up, even with the stuff covering, even when I'm not just trying to be a hardcore crazy shiller. We are going up. We are moving onwards and upwards, as I keep saying. So if you have not done so yet, hit the subscribe button. It's free, costs you nothing. Also hit the like button, let the algorithm get to more people's hands, and comment. You know, like Richard said, hello, I appreciate you, and comment. I love to chat with anybody. And I don't know how long this is going to be, but I do, again, just want to put things out there once a week of just a little live stream thing, see where it goes, see where it builds to. Hopefully it builds to something bigger and better. Maybe you can put in a couple of days a week in there. And really building a community. And that's a big thing too. So definitely to the link, join the Telegram group. We'd love to chat with you there. That is growing. We're talking about a lot of great things there. Everyone's openly sharing. That's the best thing I like. You know, people aren't getting banned. You know, there was a lot of noise last week. I did put out a video, as you see here on the bottom, about $120,000 dump of 2 wallets in drip. Some digress. We agree to disagree with some stuff on that there with some people from the community. But at the end of the day, bottom line is I still feel where I show what I had to show. We'll leave it there. And you know, the things with drip is like, it's getting crazier and crazier with me. That's why I want to cover drip, maybe do 1 video, maybe 2 max a week. And start going into and talk about other things there, but I still know people are in it and still people it's interesting and want to cover it. But there's just so many other things as well. And yes, you know, drip is a huge product and it's a huge project. And I think right now we're in something that nobody's ever seen. Nobody thought the tokens would be where it's at. It's really, really long. So, you know, definitely give it top credit there. Built an amazing system, a ton of different wallets and users in the drip ecosystem. And now we're in unprecedented times. So we don't know how this is going to play out. Is the minting going to have a big deal going forward? Some say yes, some say no. I think just supply and demand and just basic macro and basic just math says, you know, there's a lot going on there, but it doesn't mean that a lot more money can't come in and things of that nature. Yep. You know what, Richard? Let me put this over here for 1 second because you are 100% correct. You said I got banned in another group for mentioning a project. I'm glad you're open. This is part of why I'm here. I appreciate that. And the thing is, everyone should openly discuss. And like I said before, my Telegram group, I just joined it and started it when I started this channel. Want to see what things would kind of happen. And then basically, once things started going a little sideways with Animal Farm and being paused and different things with Forex and all the different stuff that just got delayed, people were getting frustrated. People were getting banned. I got multi-banned and back in and banned, and now I'm definitely got a lifetime ban. Trust me. Forex is definitely not want to speak to me. And I've spoken with Ray individually and some other people and some other drip whales, some via my chat and some, DM. And again, I tell them where I stand. I tell things where I'm at. And, I don't hide that. I just want to say that I'm here to just share the information, share the facts that others aren't doing. So I get it. And yes, I definitely appreciate it, and definitely let anybody who wants to get in there to chat or to spread that information to do so. And, we're going to go into and cover some of that stuff. So again, thank you. Appreciate it. Join the Telegram group. Also have something I'm going to cover with Furio in there too. And again, it's not just about Furio. Furio hopefully does well. Hopefully it's a great project. Hopefully it'll last a while. I have no idea. No promises, but it's the concept of what trying to build. And I'm just using that as the stepping stone. That's like a pilot. And I think it's really good there. Definitely want to talk about that more and share some of that here and some other things. But I had said, let me go back here for a moment, because I had said, and I've been saying, if anyone's been following or knows any of my different things that I'm on there, I put that the market had a huge rally. I said it was a bear market rally. And I said it was basically going to give back, and it was going to have another downward swing around Labor Day. It started earlier, and Labor Day is over. And even with the markets being down for 3 straight weeks, you can see today opened up, and right here, the market's down again. So look at that. So we had the market dump. We had the bear market rally, fake people out, and we're selling again. This is a sell from market Lux Algo that I have here that I, subscribe to. So, give different indicators, different charts that I like to follow. S&P 500 is definitely getting some levels there. The NASDAQ, the triple Qs, I mentioned that I am in a 2x leverage short on that. Still doing great on that one right now. That's this right here, the SQs. This is what I have. It's 2x leverage on whatever the NASDAQ 100 does. Same thing with the U.S. housing market. I am short the using housing market right here. HGX follows. It's the Philly Housing Sector Index. I am an SRS, which is a 2 times leverage short. And of course, U.S. oil. I think I was a little early on. I did jump in here. I thought it was a good opportunity. Just myself personally, I know it didn't come down to these levels yet, but I kind of felt this was a bottoming level here. So we'll see what happens. And UCO is a 2x leverage long on oil, which is what I'm into right now. I want to see this long. I feel this is going to come back up going into the winter and different issues. But SCO is a 2x leverage short. So just different things there. But as I was saying, you can see here what's going on with if people are worried risk off right now. September is historically the absolute worst month for stocks. It just historically is. Then you can see that a lot of people are selling their risk off assets. So you can see here, one of the things that are going on. Look at right here today, Bitcoin, it's under 19,000 now. We're talking about that 20,000 level, 19, whatever level. I don't know the deep technicals on Bitcoin. So a lot of people do that and follow others who definitely share that more. Same thing with ETH. We know the ETH merge is coming up. It's supposed to be, I think, around the 15th, and we don't know how long it's going to be, what's going to happen with that. A lot of the exchanges and hard wallets like Ledger, I have in those, are talking about certain things. And, there might be some suspension of activity during the merge, or not being able to trade things and move things around with ETH. So there's a lot going on with that merge. You may not be able to trade or sell if it's spiking up or down. If you have anything that's ETH or any kind of NFTs or other things that you may want to move or price changing, you might be locked out of. There might be some things which it could be very interesting. So anything you have with that, kind of have it to the side and ready to go, or be in advance, be prepared. Best thing here. Binance, I was saying the same thing. I was trying to get out of some BNB stuff, which again is having some pressure. This will have some pressure on Drip and other DeFi protocols that are tied to BNB. This was about that 300 level. And when this Blue X was here, I was talking about that. I want BNB long term, but I felt we can come back down to those low $200 levels. We had a big red candle right here. You can see we're at 260. We were going under. So that's one of the things, I was looking at and worried about. But I still see BNB is a great long term. ETH for myself, Matic, XRP, which is very hard to trade and do, but you can here in the US. It's just multiple steps you got to do to get it. But I had to play with a few things to find, but it worked out. And of course, ADA, Cardano, definitely for sure, liking and building up positions on with that as well. So now that we kind of covered that, I want to just go into the whole Drip and Animal Farm, get out of the way, and then keep moving on. So let's see where I am here. So with drip, it's interesting because earlier today, I don't remember how many hours ago, maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours ago, something like that. Let me switch this here 1 second. 1 second. Basically, with it was at 684 something. I was like, man, it dropped under 7. It is kind of going down. But then, of course, it came back up here to $7.21. I'm like, okay, they're trying to keep it that level. I get it, moving it around, doing certain stuff with that. So I understand. But, of course, on Pancake Swap, you check it here, it's barely holding. It did drop the same thing under 7. They're really trying to hold that price. And these candles mean a lot to me. This was the pump when it came all the way down, the same bear market rally we saw. Kind of funny that's kind of matching some of the actual stock market bear market rally. And then here we see it declining, coming back down, to that, low 7 range. And I do think we're going to keep coming back in these ranges down here. I don't know where. I don't know where we're going to end up. But, it's minting. And say what you want, but it matters. I know Forex says it doesn't matter. I know some of this probably right now appreciation is getting ready because he's having another filibuster again today. And he even said it himself. So I'm like, he wants to go into marketing and do all these marketing things. Maybe that's why this is pumping a little bit and recovering from that low, getting ready for this 6 p.m. Eastern time that he's going to have here. But it's just how many times you're going to keep going to YouTube shillers and just keep saying the same thing over and over and over. You're just talking to the same echo chamber. You're talking to the same people. It's already proven it has not having an effect. The last ones he's been having haven't had an effect. The last ones he's done really didn't help the price at all. Nothing for pigs, nothing for Animal Farm. For drip. It wasn't helping anything in any capacity. And it's like when, there's got to be more than that. And I know there's a lot of people out there and there's a lot of attempt. The videos are really getting hard here with the shillers and stuff. And this is one of the things I try to say to people. I'm going to point 2 things out here in a second, not because I'm trying to attack and go after, but just to watch out for who's saying what and just look at what's going on out there. Some of them have no clue of how to match some stuff. Some are really, really trying to I think saying dangerous things. I think some of them are honestly being very dangerous. People can say I'm being dangerous because I'm just sharing information and telling people to watch out. But hey, to each their own. But I personally think they're dangerous. So the drip token, right? Total supply, 1.851. Let me refresh this here. Nope, still the same. So it's been a little bit since it's minted, but it was minting today again. We're at 85% inflation. And people say, oh, it doesn't matter. Of course it matters. It absolutely matters. How much is out there? What is going on? The fact that it keeps minting and it doesn't have enough to pay. So if you were to see here, liquidity of drip BUSD on Pancake Swap is $8.2 million. Okay, that's a nice size, wallet that's there for moving some of the coins around and stuff. And there's a reason that 120,000 sold on Pancake Swap and not on drip itself, because it knew it would crush it. If you look at drip wrap with BNB, right? This is what it shows here. Now, again, this is Pancake Swap, but it's showing some of the, now I don't know what's, in the reservoir. There's some movement and stuff going on there, but look at the liquidity. Under $10,000. There's under $10,000 of drip wrap BNB liquidity right now in Pancake Swap. That's tied to the main token. This is the main drip token, right? That ends in 0333. That's why they couldn't sell and get that's why I didn't get BNB out when it dumped at 120. It dumped it on BUSD. It dumped it on Pancake Swap for that. And it took about a 50 cent per token less when it sold because there was no money there. There's no liquidity. So the taxes alone aren't helping it. And people keep saying, okay, but what about the taxes, this and that? And it's just not there. So if I go back over here and let's go here to this. Now I was playing with this, but let's refresh because this resets every day to 8 p.m. Eastern time. That's when the UTC clock resets. So today, 73,000 claims, 45,000 deposits. You see the green here? They almost touched down here. What was that on the 2nd? So the deposit claim were almost there, but still were less. And each day it's going down and down. So there's more claims than deposits. This is one of the issues with the system right now. Like, again, Drip has been an amazing, amazing project. I get it. And it's helped a ton of people. That's not a dispute. I'm not saying it's going to zero. I always tell people, I keep saying the same message over and over. I keep getting the hate that I just want people to ROI. Pay yourself. Make sure you at least get back your initial investment And then you keep doing whatever strategy you want, and hopefully you get multiple X. I wish you the best of luck. I hope this thing goes on for a long time and everybody makes multiple X. I don't wish people to lose money. I'm just pointing out that there's issues right now, and I know there's things they're hoping that we're going to fix it, and I don't know. I'm kind of 50-50 if they're really going to make that much of a difference or really bring in the big money that they're hoping. I know there's a lot of hope, and it may happen, but I'm not so sure. So if I scroll down here, we'll see the next level, and this is all easy, free stuff you can see. It's not like, shout out to whoever made all these different protocols for doing and stuff that I'm going to cover as well. But you can see here, okay, so how many new wallets, I know it says accounts, but same thing, how many new wallets per day? And it had a peak, it had a spike there at the end of the month. It was kind of flat here for a while, but right now, if you see 148, 152 per day, new wallets, and this goes back what? About a month. So this is the lowest it's been in about a month of new wallets. It's not something you want to see going to all these new great AMAs and all these new filibusters and all these great new projects that are coming out, every so many weeks. And it's going to have all this constant dropping of things and all these different things of people getting out there. That's not good. That's how much you're getting there. It's losing steam, the steam they're trying to build. Monthly new faucet accounts had a little uptick here. How many new wallets, but again, we're not hitting that much here. Now, of course, this was the big, huge. See all those wallets? See all those wallets? This was, if you were in drip here and you rolled this up, you were doing great. I think right now this is on the downward trend. I think, and let me just show you here. Let's go to that. Player total by deposit range. So how many people have wallets that have this much drip in it? So the point is, there's a lot of people who have some drip, but not a ton. And it does go down here, which you'd expect, but there's still a lot of wallets that have, the max. 71 players have max there. You can see the amount here, right? You see the numbers, but these are max wallets now. There's a lot of people here. There's a lot of people in these ranges. But this other part is what I find to be very, very, very telling. Look at this. And I'm going to use this in another separate video for drip to kind of point these things out now. Last 7-day claims minus airdrops, which a lot of people airdrop to themselves to continue to get other wallets and just keep the thing going. And, also it could help avoid whale tax. Yes, it does. I don't care what it says. It does. But so last 7-day, the small wallets, they're just getting in with the hopium and they're just basically compounding. However, once you get up to here, these wallets rate sizes, and especially in this 1,000, 2,000 range, these are the ones who are claiming and selling. The bigger wallets are claiming and selling and taking profits, and they're pushing that all is great to these little wallets. So these little wallets are just buying in and just putting a little bit here or there, and they're just compounding away, and they're paying these over here. That is just, again, I didn't make this chart up. I didn't make this math up. This is just what's going on chain for everybody to see. It's just facts, right? So if we go over here, I'm going to refresh this right now. Let's see where we are. This is also with Dune, which is pretty cool. This went up a little bit. There's 964,000 drips sitting in wallets as we speak. There's almost the entire supply. Drip is supposed to have 1 million tokens. Now, you know why it's minting. There's almost entire 1 million sitting right now in wallets. So you got to let that sink in a little bit. You have how much in the faucet? Almost 38 million. This number just keeps going and going and going. So the more this keeps bloating, the more this keeps doing this, the more it keeps inflating, that means it needs even more money to be able to offset and pay these people. Okay, so that's some of the problems with drip. And that's one of the things I keep trying to point out to people. Let's come over here and refresh this. Now this here is showing there's a spike here and some stuff. What was that? Oh, the buy volume. So this is probably the spike right before the filibuster coming up. There's always something that comes in right before, which kind of sounds very interesting coordinated in my opinion. But again, these are the big sells so far. People not in drip last 24 hours. A lot of the bigger accounts selling about 6,000 drip in the last 24 hours. This is some of the wallets right here that are sold and selling 1656, 1,000. I can look into that later. I don't want to take up time right now from this, but it's just the facts. So if I scroll down, come over here, and we'll see drip in vault and liquidity. So let's see. On the 3rd, it built up a little bit again to 11,000. On the 4th, it dropped to 82 left in the vault, so it was minting most likely. We have on the 5th, it's so hard to move, 4, Definitely no drip in the vault, so it was minting. And today, the 6, it's got a little bit in there, about 1,680, which is not much. I mean, you think about it, some of these sales, some of these people selling right here would basically eat that up like nothing. So, Jerome, I get it. What you're saying is when drip stops paying, come back and talk to me. I get it. It's not the point. That's the point people just don't understand. It's so hard for people to wrap their head around the fact that it's not the point. The point is, if you see these things and you know it's still printing, I'm still earning from it. It's still paying me. It's still paying everybody else. But I'm not just compounding left and right only because I'm saying to myself, there's a lot going on right now. I need to start paying myself, and I have a strategy that I've been using. So all I'm saying is it's not, I just don't understand the maxi and the mentality sometimes of some of the people. It's like, it's not about that it's not paying. It's going to pay for a while. It's probably, I've been saying forever, going to have a pump when all these things release. I think the price is going to have appreciation. I don't know how high it can get because there's just too much out there to keep bringing it down. So people are going, oh yeah, I can't wait to drip gets a 20 or 50 or 100. I don't know if we're going to be seeing some of those anytime soon because there's so much ready to sell and push it back down. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying it's going away. I'm saying the price is probably going to stay under a lot of pressure for a long time unless a lot of money comes in. That's the message. I don't know why people keep missing the message. I just don't know how to clear it to make it. It's just, it just boggles my mind. So speaking of a message, here, let's see here for a second. I think this is a Crypto Kings. Crypto Kings, this kid is just young. I get it, but he's also he says a lot of crazy things. And people are listening to this. You know what he's doing? He's just building up his referral wallet for himself. I mean, let's look here. I've become a mega whale. Yeah, because a lot of times is building up on other people who are coming under and joining under him. And what is he doing? It's paying him off. Yes, I'm sure he's doing airdrops and stuff. The point is that's who these are helping. This is what people are doing. I'm making $1,500 every day doing this. So let's see here. It's finally moon time 6 days ago. Okay. This is saying here about take drip to 10,000. Drip is going parabolic right now. It's not. That was 8 days ago. It's moon time 11 days ago. Drip will moon from here 13 days ago. Drip will moon next week 2 weeks ago. Didn't happen. You'll never see these prices again. 2 weeks ago, they're staying right now, even less. 1,000x gains incoming. I haven't seen it yet. It's about to go parabolic. Not happening. Yes, it did rise up from some of the stuff. $100 drip next month. 3 weeks ago, we're at $7. So it's almost been a month. Let's see what happens. Drip date equals $50 drip price. This is a date is announced from the Animal Farm. We have a date. We're still at $7. So you get the point here. That how dangerous these things are and all these things and all the hopium and stuff like that. I mean, you want to say that I think I'm positive for the protocol and it's doing great and I think it should be in it, whatever, fine. But you're making claims that you have they're unsubstantiated. That's the problem that I have. And then this one, I was like, oh my God, this is when I know that it's really getting out of control. And this is going to be the last thing. And I'm off of drip and moving forward to Animal Farm and all that for a while. So Drip Guy recently did an AMA with Forex. And they had a talk and different things. And I know he's really cool, pro drip. He seems like a nice guy. Again, probably in real life, he probably is a nice guy, like I said before, with other people. But he literally put out a video and did a live stream. I think this was yesterday, comparing drip to Bitcoin. I literally almost lost it. You can't make this stuff up. I feel like I'm in like an alternate reality sometimes, or an alternate world. Like, how in the world are you going to try to compare the two? So he went into other stuff here. He goes, so let's read some of it real quick. But I don't know. I'll read some of it first. I have a lot to say, an opinion on that. But he goes, more buying than selling. Miners sell Bitcoin, built-in sell pressure. Drippers lock their tokens in the faucet. You can't sell. So this is why drip is better than Bitcoin, because of that. Okay. Removing coins from circulation, locking them. Faucet deposit, taxes, which really doesn't do anything because we already see the tax vault is empty and it's minting because it's empty. Send to another wallet, send to the DEX, send to the faucet, claim. You can do it on Animal Farm whenever this opens and all these new little dogs of fortune game and Scratchy, etc. More new user adoption. The faucet referral system incentivizes word of mouth, and we know about the faucet has a product market fit. Product market fit. Where does drip have a product market fit? Explain this to me. as of right now, it doesn't have anything. It doesn't do it. Product market fit is something you use when you're starting a new startup or you're trying to create a new product and you create what's it called? An MVP. You create an MVP. It's called a minimum viable product. It's either a software or a new concept, or you actually build something and you try to find product market fit with a minimum viable product, and you keep iterating, and move forward. There's no product market fit right now. I don't know what the hell he's talking about, making crap up. So that just boggles my mind. High yield daily engagement, and it's more fun than Bitcoin. To each their own. I think Bitcoin long term has done something, proven something. Bitcoin started everything. I'm at a Bitcoin maxi. I'm a maxi of nothing. I've said this 1,000 times. But this is with Drip, you're very early. With Bitcoin, you're very late. That last one did it for me. I had to shut this off. I saw him showing something about how Bitcoin was minting. I don't know if he's trying to do how much Bitcoin got minted into circulation. It's just crazy. It just boggles my mind. Let me see here something. The analyst, you have a comment. Damn, just when I was feeling bullish, he slapped me to wake the F up. I just report the facts. They're all there. I don't create any of these websites. I don't create any of these scripts to read off the contracts and make these nice little charts and graphs and numbers. I don't make any of this. I just know where it is. I know where to find it, and I know where to show it and put it out there for people. So, that's just what it is. And then Richard was saying, yeah, trying to steal Richard Hart says, yes. But I just couldn't believe it. I literally couldn't believe. Anybody who is here right now, who is watching, do me a favor, give this a like. And if you haven't subscribed yet, look at the top right, give a subscribe button. I mean, it doesn't take much. I would really appreciate it. It would mean a lot to me if you just gave this a quick like and also subscribe, and then maybe leaving comments or thank you. But how are you going to say that Drip, you're very early, and Bitcoin, you're very late? How in the world can you say that? Bitcoin, anybody who's intelligent should know the difference of that and should know that right now this person told me, unfortunately, I lost all respect for. This person's totally off the reservation. This person is totally just, I don't know on what, but if they really believe that and they're saying this stuff, that again is extremely, extremely dangerous to people. How are you going to compare? You're talking about a Major League Baseball player, and you're talking about a kid who's playing in a 12U baseball game. I'm sorry. Maybe even a travel league if he's lucky, if he made it to a travel league. That's a comparison. You can't compare a Major League Baseball player who's maybe one of the top 5, let's say, in all of baseball, to a 12U kid who plays shortstop or plays outfield. I mean, come on. They're just not in the same league. Yes, Drip is making a lot of people money. Yes, Drip is printing. Yes, they're doing a lot of things. But you can't compare a DeFi project. Well, look at the coin on CoinMarketCap. I don't even know what to rank. Maybe in the thousands, I think, last I checked, to Bitcoin. Like literally, that was the whole thing here. Saying you're late on Bitcoin. Bitcoin, again, nobody knows. I don't know. But I'm accumulating Bitcoin. And I do believe, yes, guess what? As the price kept coming out, it is deflationary. He says it's not deflationary because it's minting. We know there's 21 million max coins. There's about 4 million that Satoshi has in wallets never been touched. There's probably another 3 to 5 million that have been lost and destroyed, and people can't find the wallet, all the private keys that are just gone out of existence. Poof. So there's a good chance that you maybe have 14 to 15 million that could possibly exist of Bitcoin on the entire planet. There's 7 billion people. There's maybe 15, 16 million Bitcoin that can ever exist. And because of the halving that happens every 4 years, the rest of the Bitcoin, I forgot how much there is left to mint. I don't remember the number. Maybe it's 1 million, 2 million. That I don't remember exactly. So I might be saying it wrong. But whatever the number is, it's going to take about 100 years to mint all the rest of it because it keeps going down at the halving every 4 years, making it harder and harder to mint, meaning less and less of it that exists, less and less of it. More and more people want it. Thus, supply and demand dictates of the price. So now we're in a bear market. It's come back down. It hit 69,000. And, I think it's going to go 6-figure plus. It may go in 10 years from now to $1 million of Bitcoin. Who knows where it's going to go, but that's all possible. But to sit here and try to say that you're early with Drip when all of these stats show the bloat in the system and how it's minting, 965,000 in wallets. Look at the parabolic here of Drip in wallets just keeps going up. Look at how much there is minting. Look how much there is here in the bigger wallets that have a whales that are bloated. Look how much is here. I mean, all this stuff is just facts. But you're really going to say that it's early? Like, I don't know. I'm going to move on here now. I think I've said enough for right now. But the point is, these people, they're lost their mind, in my opinion. Absolutely lost their mind. I know they're trying to push it. The ones who push this stuff are usually big whales, and they want to keep the game going. They need to try to bring in new money. So I understand the motivation. I get where they're coming from. I'm in it too. I get it. I don't push it anymore. I don't shill it anymore. I don't have a referral wallet that I share anymore. I don't share a referral code. Zero. I don't even put any new dollar in. I only work with what I got, and whatever it gets me, it gets me. But I'm done with that. But it is just crazy to me. And I have one thing I want to pull up here that is I've shown before in other videos, and it's very important to me. And this is such a great thing. So I save this and I bring this back up every so often, and I'm going to bring it up here on this one. If you have to be persuaded, reminded, pressured, lied to, incentivized, coerced, bullied, socially shamed. We know there's a lot of social shaming going on of if you ask questions or get banned or you're not part of the ecosystem or you don't, all hail to the cult. We know that's true. Guilt tripped, threatened, punished. I know some of that, and criminalized. If all of this is considered necessary to gain your compliance, which if you're still in the Animal Farm or Drip chat, you know exactly what I'm talking about, then you can be absolutely certain that what is being promoted is not in your best interest. That right there speaks volumes for anything. It doesn't matter what it is. It applies to anything. So that is why it's important. That is why it's there. And I'm going to leave that there for you. And I'm just going to move on now. So let's go over here to Ooze. Ooze is another ROI DApp. It's having some problems, like I said before, with the price. So we go here for the exchange. And, I said before, and I asked this in the chat. I mean, look at this chart. Chart did great for a long time. And it was rising here. And I was saying between my compound claims, I was holding my wallet. And when this turned, I dumped what I had. And now I just, whenever I do claim, I sell. So I had a little pump. But this stuff all happens around the same time when many of the other ones went up and went down. But I questioned, and I said in their chat, and of course they're going to say no, and I don't know this for sure, but you got to think about this. I said, hey, this news with USDC, with this going on with the Tornado Cash, is that an issue? And they said, I don't know. And then it's been going down from there. So I don't know. There's going to be a lot of things that are going to have to switch for USDC, or I don't know how all that stuff's going to work. I really just don't, but I know Binance put out an announcement. If you haven't heard, Binance put an announcement that sometime later this month, they're not going to be supporting the USDC token anymore. They're still going to be able to have something or exchange it or something, but I don't know I didn't dig in all the way yet. So definitely dig in. I'll find some links. I'll share some links of it, and I'll try to dig in further. So I don't know the full details. All I do know is that there's something with Binance doesn't want to connect with USDC, and USDC is connected with Circle. Circle is tied with Goldman Sachs, BlackRock, and they feel like the U.S. government that's more centralized. And I think people are trying to get away from having any connection with USDC and any connection to U.S. government that they control or monitor or whatever kind of stuff. So I think that's going on. I don't think that's the reason just for Ooze. I think it just had its pump. And I think as other things coming up, people said, I made my money. I'm moving on. I'm not saying that's it. I'm just trying to let people know in general. But I'm still waiting until this shows, until this thing flattens out and it shows that I can sustain, until I can see it going sideways or slightly going up and sustaining, then I would feel comfortable maybe putting something else in or saying, you know what, hey, let me start covering it again, or maybe making some videos about the protocol again. But I don't feel comfortable making a video covering this and getting some more people until I feel that I see that there's some positive action. And until there's positive action, well, let me see, what was it said there? Oh, about Furio. Yeah, Rich. I'm not sure. I got to look into that and see. I don't know if you're allowed to keep it on there for them to have it for their liquidity and for their liquidity pairing. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm sure they're discussing that. I'm sure they're having whatever internals for them and anybody else who's tied with USDC. So I'm very interested to know what they have to say. Let me take a look here. Well, tomorrow, I just saw an alert in the Fury announcements. I'm looking at it right now, that they have their weekly show tomorrow. What time is it? 1900 UTC, 12 o'clock Pacific, so 3 p.m. Eastern time. They'll have a weekly show tomorrow with the developers. They do a weekly show. So I think tomorrow on the YouTube will be a great time. Hopefully they can discuss that and answer that. I have some questions. I would love to join in there. I'm going to be typing some questions, see if I can get someone to answer the question, or I'm sure somebody would, but tune in for that. I think you'll be able to get some information on that tomorrow. So the thing here is with this is, I've ROI'd, almost 2x. I'm like 1.5, something like that so far. So, I'm still doing my same compound claim. I still have my position holding and growing there. Again, I do love the fact that this is tied to an NFT. That to me is very, very important. I like that it's tied to an NFT. And then speaking of here, because Richard was asking here, let me show here about Furio. And Furio here, again, I have something that I'm starting with that. Let me see here one sec. Well, I'll go that later. But, right now the price is almost at $10. I said when I first made a video about it recently, I was watching the price chart. Everybody knows I had that parabolic run the same time that Ooze and some other dApps all had that same run at the same time. There was kind of interesting and ironic. They all had the same pump. So it just kind of interesting. Like, was it coordinated? Was something else going on there? It's hard to say. But then, of course, it crashed back down. But they have some interesting tokenomics that goes with that. So they have it where if you don't own any of their vault, if you're not in like their faucet, the vault, and you sell tokens, you pay a 50% tax on the sale. So they're really trying to hit you from just trying to trade and play the tokens. And if you are in their vault and you try to sell more than 25% of what your vault balance is, you also get hit with a 50% tax to stop big, huge whale dumps. So they have a lot of different mechanics and tokenomics, and also that depending on your compound claim, you can be as low as 0.5% a day or as high as 2.5% a day. So I like those different tokenomics and different things there. And I said, hey, I know I missed some of the bottom here, but I was waiting for this to confirm. And when I saw these two cross and confirm, I said, all right, you know what? I want to get in. I don't remember the exact price, maybe $7.5, $8, something like that. That's when I got in. That's when I started talking about it in my group. And I did do something private in my Telegram group that now I'll share more outside because, I've been talking with them there. But something I don't think other people are doing, something I don't think I haven't seen, and I don't know of any other shillers that are doing it, because a lot of times the shillers, they're looking to make as much as they can for themselves, which, to each their own. But I'm trying to change it. Anybody who's been following me so far the last couple of months sees what I've been trying to do, knows that I am trying to get away from just shilling things just to join my team, join my referral group that just benefits me. I've been trying to do other things for all that and to try to keep sharing and covering these things. And if people want to join it, great, but not looking to have them do it only under me. Let me take a drink here. Nice big jug of water. So one of the things, is I started something new, and I'm going to talk about it here. I'm going to make a separate video just a Furio with this. And again, this is just a jumping off point. I'm not saying Furio is better than Drip. I'm not doing a comparison. This is not a compare this versus that. I'm sure I'll get those comments. I'm sure I'll get those kind of things. That's not what's going on. Very simple. I started, and shout out to Jim from my community who has this idea, and I took his and I talked to him back and forth, and I tweaked it and I made a tweak. And I'll be happy to share the link if you join my Telegram group. I'll give you the link. It's pinned in there. It's a little bit long because I wanted to go into detail, so that's why. But the short, I'm going to try to give you the short cliff notes, as I say here. So, created a team wallet. So I have a team wallet for Furio. This is how it's going to work. If you want to join that wallet, even if you're already in it, or you want to join a separate, with a separate wallet, whatever, you have to buy at least 30 Furio to get in, is what I want to have as a minimum. So it's like $270, give or take. You go in that wallet. Now, the wallet, I want to have a max of this particular one of 30 on the team. Okay, so if it gets over 30 and we keep building going forward, I'll have to create a second one and do other things. Now, one thing I do like about Furio is they are going to be switching to an NFT system. I think that's pretty cool because they're actually going to switch their holdings and not just being per your wallet, but doing the way Ooze does and switching to an NFT. They have some games coming up and like some casino type games to try to have some other revenue from the protocol to put back into the system. And also they figure that could help onboard more members to Furio. People might just be coming to play the casino games and do some of that gambling there. And then they can go, oh, hey, what's this? And hopefully they can maybe onboard them as well. And it still is somewhat early, I believe. Again, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research. This is just me sharing and talking. But the point is, You join that team wallet. We get a maximum of 30 members in that wallet. So you do whatever you want with that 30 or more that you started with yourself. So you compound, you claim, you do whatever strategy you want. But I'm going to take that wallet that has 30, that's separate. It's not mine. So, it's not connected to any of my other holdings, not connected to any of my other positions. I created that brand new from scratch just for this purpose to start. So then you join that wallet, you do at least 30, and that wallet's going to compound. And I'm going to compound it for 90 days. So starting from I did it end of August. But basically all through September, October, November. It's going to compound only. Then once we hit December 1st, I'm going to start doing a 6-1 claim. Compound 6, claim 1. Compound 6, claim 1. That keeps it at 1.75% daily. Then I'm going to compound once a week. I'm going to claim once a week. And every 4 weeks, I'm going to collect from there. And what is in there, minus gas fees, minus I do have a referral cut there. You'll see that all in the video there. It's a flat 10%. And then on top of that, everything else gets distributed evenly by everyone who's in that team. So you will basically be able to own a part of that team wallet. You will get a share once a month, pretty much every 4 weeks. That's the easiest way I could break it down, of that wallet. So you joining that, as that wallet grows and as that monthly distribution grows, your cut of it should hopefully grow. Now, there's no promises. Fiora can go to 0. Fiora can go to 100. This could do great. This cannot. I have no idea what's going to happen. But the point is, I'm trying to start something new. I'm trying to do a pilot program to see, hey, instead of it just benefiting the shiller, let's benefit the community. Let the community be involved with this wallet. Let the community people take advantage of the growth. And if this does do well, and if this does grow really high, then guess what? Then we take that income and we can start saying, hey, we have a large distribution this month. Would you like to split some of it and go into another project that we'll benefit from and start building it so we have 2 sources of income? So I'm already planning other steps down the road of how I see this doing, but I want to build, I think you're stronger as a team. And instead of it just being the team leader, who basically says, hey, I'm the team leader, join under me, I introduce you to you, let me get fat and become a fat cat, and I'll keep growing my wallet, keep shilling, and I'll have 100, 500, 700 people under my team. That's who you're benefiting. You're creating the whales by them being on here shilling. So of course they're going to keep shilling because it gives them more money. They're going to say anything in the world, right? This to 100, this is going to moon, this is going to do that. And they do all this because they need and keep wanting those referrals. I'm honestly trying to change the game. I'm honestly trying to change this here and make something different that others aren't doing. So you join that wallet. If you want information, link to join my Telegram group. I can give you the link to the video. I'll give you a link to the contract there if you want to do so. But again, this is not just about Furio. To me, it's just about something new to start with because I feel that based on the tokenomics, based where it's at right now, based on the price, based on the amount of players, based on all the statistics right now with it, I just kind of like where it's at. Let me see here and go with this for 1 second. The analyst here says, cool. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Quaz the Kid says, facts. I'm with it. I appreciate that too. Thank you very much for that. Thanks for the shout out. And yeah, I'll have the link for any of you guys. Don't worry about it. I have a link right now. Should be for my Telegram group. It should already be in the link right now in the description. And in there, I have pinned the contract and I have pinned the video that I made. I made a long video breaking down. I built a spreadsheet of probabilities and what may or may not happen just to give some examples, just so people can kind of visualize something. So I put a lot of work into building that out. But again, it's just because I think we need to do something different. Instead of it just being, oh, okay, yeah, I have a channel now. Yes, I'm starting to grow and getting up, I may not have the millions of subscribers, but I have, almost 1,100 and it keeps building. I have a decent little Telegram group that I'm building. But the point is, I am trying to help build these things more to benefit more than just us, more than just me, but benefit us. So if we collectively, us, can grow this, we can build a whale wallet. You all have a part of it instead of you just trying to do it yourself because you're fighting upstream. All the big influencers get tons of hundreds of people joining them all the time. These new projects come out, they build these huge teams, and they wind up being the whales and they wind up taking over. And by the time you get to there, it's usually hard to compete in those waters. So the point is, all right, well, let's find a way to compete in these waters. So Fiora here, I know they have now just pretty cool Dune. Let me see some of the Dune here. Let's go to them. So as of right now, there's just under 5,000 players in the vault total wallets. There's 3389 unique wallets. So that's pretty cool here that they have it broken down. How many unique, how many players. So, I still think there's good potential here. Taxes in their vault. There's 251,000 fewer in the vault right now. So again, it's so far it's building up. It's healthy there. Now, if you saw some of the other charts that I showed and said here, you could see some of how much is compounded. 2 million so far is compounded in the vault, not the 36 million, that we have some other projects that we just talked about. And one of the other things here too is, let me see where it's at. Hold on. The vault strategy here. This is what I like. See this right here, this chart? These are the amount of holders and how much of it they hold. So there's 678 who just started with less than 10. You got about almost 600 people who have at least 100 already. A few that have 400, some have 1,000. But see the line, how low it is here? There's not many whales yet. There's not many big accounts yet that can take over. And again, the tokenomics and the selling and the things there of, if you have so much in the vault and you want to sell a large amount, you're going to get hit with a huge tax, a whale tax. You're going to hit 50% tax. You're going to have all these different things. If you start claiming like crazy, you dropped only 0.5% a day, rather those who compound. So I think the mechanics are very well thought out. And again, this may go to nothing. I have no idea. So I can't promise anything. This is DeFi, right? But the point is, I think it has a lot of potential. I like how there's a lot of wallets through here early. And I just want to build and compound that team wallet, see what happens. I mean, again, I have no promises, but I just imagine this gets to something really huge, gets really big. And this team wallet could really start paying people large chunks every month. And then maybe take some of those chunks and go to another project and build it up again and just continue and keep building that. I just think it's just awesome and amazing, basically. So let me see here. Shout out to Analyst. Just got it. Just connected to the wallet and we'll add fun shortly. Hey, thanks very much, man. Appreciate it. Love to have more people in the team. Again, I'm doing this, sharing this for now. I want to build this for 30. Reason being is 30 is when you get some benefits from the Fuhrer system. And I want to kind of cap it because it's going to be, if I cap it, then there's more potential payouts per person. If you have hundreds, you're going to, you'll hopefully get a max wallet fast, but you'll burn it out fast and you might not get as much. So that's why I'm trying to cap it to 30 max players. So thank you for that. I much appreciate it again. So again, I think the mechanics here, I just like them. Just something I want to try and I want to see what, we don't know what projects may come in the future. We don't know what kind of staking or things can use some of the funds to grow and keep paying all of us in this group wallet. This wallet and this group may become our own whale and our own whale wallet. And then we can start moving to other things and it can benefit those who took a chance in trying this. All this might think, may burn up in flames, as they say. It's kind of funny at the Furio. I have no idea. So I'm just trying to be transparent, but I also want people to know that I want to try this. I want to do something different. I've been trying to put my message out there that I want to do something different. I don't want it to be just for me. I don't want it to be just a shiller. I'm really trying to be a voice. I want to feel that I made a mark in all of this. And I made a mark by showing real stats, showing real facts. If something's not healthy, it's not healthy. If Fuhrer doesn't look good, I'm going to come and say, hey, something's not looking good here with this now. Or, hey, I have concerns here. Or, hey, look what's going on. Or, hey, if I learned something behind the scenes that I can show, through the smart chain and it's verifiable and I can show it and say, hey, look at these transactions. I'm always going to do that no matter what, because that's just me. I want to share the information. I want to get the information in people's hands and I want to help the investors and I want to help the different people in these protocols. And I want to see maybe this could be something really huge. Maybe this could be a mark that I can have on this industry and in this space that I could feel that I did something and I gave something back. I don't know. That's just something, I guess I just have that internal motivation that I really want to see what happens. So yes. I know with the USDC, that's the whole thing. That's why tomorrow they have their weekly live show. They will have their weekly live show tomorrow. I'm definitely going to ask about that. I think it was at 3 p.m. Eastern time. They'll be on YouTube. So if you follow their Telegram, you can see their announcement channel. You can see the link for it for tomorrow. So definitely want to ask of that. I'm sure everybody's got to convert somehow, do something. Basically, all Binance wants is that all they said is that any USDC holdings, they're going to convert it 1-to-1 to BUSD. That's basically what they said. So if you have USDC, they're going to convert it to BUSD. Will there have to be some changes in the back end, some updates of contracts or different things? I don't know. I'm not a developer. I don't know any of those kind of things, but I'm assuming some of that has to happen. But all Binance said was they're going to convert all the USDC to BUSD and then not support it. So but there's got to be a way to still transfer it in from other places or bridging or things. So I don't know, again, all the details. More details I'm sure will come. More details will be there. But the bottom line is I'm sure they'll have something that's going to take care of it and handle that. So I know it'll work itself out in the end. I just don't know how, because, that's not my thing. I'm not in that space, that particular space. And then just lastly here, cover a few other things. Some people asked about for the make DeFi better. You know, there's some of that there. I put a tiny little bit here. Let me see what the hell this is about. Let me just try it. Put $200, $150, just because I want to learn what the hell this damn thing is and how this damn thing works. This Phoenix thing is kind of interesting because basically this has a burn mechanism here where if depending on kind of buy or sell pressure, and I think I covered it before and I'll go more in detail, it starts at $1. You pay 2% in and 2% out with this. And then if it burns because it needs to help the other protocol, but you got to watch the API changing, I've been watching it, then what happens is it'll liquidate everyone. You'll keep what you have in there, but you'll be converted for you into this MDB plus. And if you sell it, and if it does burn and the Phoenix comes in and burns it, then you pay an extra 2% tax. So you pay 6% tax total if you're in it when it burns. But if you get in and get out before that happens and you sell it, and let's say you made this 20% gain, let's say you pay 2% in, 2% out, you sell right now. So you would net yourself 20%, you get paid in BUSD. So you get paid BUSD when you sell on your own and you take whatever percentage profit you can get. But if it burns, then you have an extra 2% tax and it gets all converted to this MDB plus. Now this is like their stable coin. They say this only can go up. Again, I don't know. That's why I put a couple $100 as I can look at a small degen play. Let's just see what the hell happened. What the hell this thing does. So it started at $1. And the way they do it is when you buy this token, it basically, they mint it new. And when you sell it, they burn it. So it's basically only in supply is what's there. So there's a 1% total tax. It's 0.75 when you buy, 0.25 when you sell. I may have it backwards, but I think that's correct. Either way, it's 1%. And when you buy it, it's minted new. And when you sell it, it's burned. So according to them, they say this price can't go down because there's always more BUSD backing it than the actual tokens in supply. So that's one of the things there. So I said, let me just see what the heck this is all about. Let me just try it. Let me learn about this. Let me learn about this MDB and learn about this Phoenix. This is more of a high risk play. So I want to check this out. I may do that here. Yep. See someone, Eric, you're in the Millionaires Club. And have one FT for long-term and playing Infinity Plus. I don't know a lot about this protocol yet. That's why I just put a little bit to learn, because the way you learn, by putting a little in there. They have some staking protocols. So if you stake, it's a 30-day minimum. You have to keep it in there, or you get it with certain tax. Farming, I think it's 5 days or 7 days that you can get there. Decent APY if you want to farm. I'm not farming. I want to farm, but I'm not until BNB gets to a lower point where I feel comfortable. I still think BNB has more downside pressure. So because of that, that's why I'm waiting. And once the BNB gets to a point where I think it's kind of close to its low or in that range, that's when I want to step into BNB other mining and farming and stuff like that. Just because of I'll feel more comfortable with the price and what's going on with this. So right now I'm not doing that. And they have some bonds where basically you can buy a bond for 10 BNB and you have to lock it for 60 days. And the bond basically is you're buying the MDB coin, but you're buying it with no buy tax. So that's the benefit of doing it that way is there's no buy tax on that. So that's the purpose of that. So, that's some of the stuff there. Again, I'm just trying to check this out, see what this is about. And other things that I totally forgot that I was in this. Like totally forgot that I was in this a long time ago. But StableFun. StableFun is one of the things here. You can see here StableFun, Matic. It's on Matic. It's on Polygon. And I forgot I was on an earlier version back in February. Totally forgot about it. Now, again, these are some degen plays. I don't know if these things are going to be around tomorrow or not. I have no idea, but I'm trying to play with some of these degen plays a little bit. I'm going to cover it on another separate video more in depth for my different paid subscribers and for my channel to go more in depth with certain things. I have certain strategy on it that I think I'm going to try to ROI as quick as I can and see if I can build it. So I did build out a certain strategy that I want to share. And basically this says is they have some trading bots, and the bots that they have basically trade. And those bots are going to, this pays out 1.5% a day in Matic. So you put in Matic, you get out Matic. They're going to add it. Some of the other ones with BNB or AVAX or BUSD, etc., where you can get 1.5% paid back to you daily. So it's been around for a while. I don't know how much longer it's going to be. Just think it'll be around for a long time. They're going to have some kind of supposedly be at some event in Dubai that's coming up like in November or something. But that people are asking, well, can you show some of your trades? Can you show some of the things? I know they're trading Matic and other things, but they say they have some bots. So I have no idea what is or isn't legit, I don't know. But I do know I just took a shot. I put some money into it. I said I have a strategy. Let's see what happens. And just go from there. And then, of course, the last one here is another one that's been interesting is Optimum. I'm not tied in right now to this on my Polygon on my wallet right now, which is fine. But basically, it's Opt2. So this here is another thing. Same thing. It's about a trading bot. Let me put this over here. So it came out a little bit lower. I did step in around the 60-something range. Again, put in, I don't think, $500 or something to see what happens. But this is another interesting project with that. So the way it works, let me see if I can have it here, is 1% daily passive income. So they pay 1% a day. Not locked in. There's no lock-in. You can sell whenever you want. You can do whatever you want. There's no taxes. 0 fees. Buy, sell, no fee. Do whatever the hell you want. So let me see, Richard here. What do we got? I love StableFun and Opt2 so far. StableFun, I've been listening to AMAs and doing a lot. They are advertising in New York supposedly this week. That's pretty cool. Again, I have some plans I want to build with StableFun, but I'm a long-term believer in Matic. I feel Matic is one of my core holdings going forward. Matic, Cardano, XRP, Bitcoin, ETH, BNB. Those are like the main top ones that I want to own long-term and keep building bags on. And you could do it with both this Optimus and, of course, with the StableFun. So I'm going to see what happens with that. That's why I'm in there. That's why I have it. So that's what I'm going to be doing. But basically, the way this works, I'm going to go through the whole thing, is the same thing. They have a trading bot. So according to them, they have a trading bot. They have different things here with this. I'm not going to go through the whole white paper. It's not that long. But basically, they have different bots trading. So supposedly, they're trading both their token to try to keep a floor, a balance of a floor, and kind of have it there like a range, and also trading other tokens. And from that combined trading, they pay 1% a day. Now, the thing is, it is like a rebase token. So yes, you just hold it in your wallet and it builds in that respect. And I know rebases right now have a very big black eye, and I get it. But according to what they're saying here is that they also burn tokens. So that's not just inflating like crazy indefinitely. So you get paid 1% of the tokens show up in your wallet once a day. It shows up automatically. And then that's from basically from their trading or their profits or whatever the bots are doing and making money. They're also, I believe, trading liquidity pairs. Maybe they're trying to find some arbitrage in different platforms, things of that nature. And basically with a Matic fee here. So liquidity provided on QuickSwap, you can see it earns 0.3% fee for every swap that is made. So, a third of a percent. And all the different stuff here is but it says they also burn. So they increase the total supply of tokens by exactly 1% a day. And then after every rebase, Optimum burns 1% of the tokens held in liquidity. So they're giving you 1%, but they're also burning 1%. So they're trying to keep it. It's not just a rebase inflationary, but you get 1% a day and you do whatever you want. You hold it. It's going to trade in price. They're trying to build a price to keep it at each time a different level goes higher and higher. You also keep getting 1% new tokens that keeps compounding in your wallet. And you sell and take profit whenever the hell you want. I think I'm up like 30, 40% so far in my position that I took. Again, just, I think $500 here, $500 there. I'm just playing with some of these first to see what the heck happens because, I want to learn about these, but I'm not looking here to jump in any larger position. So these are just like play money. Like, let me just see what happens. Let me try these here. Let me step in. Let me see if I can make some funds. And if I do, great. And if I can take that and build some of my Matic long-term or some of my long-term core holdings, or if I can build some extra income that builds into my other wallets from this, then awesome. That's my plan there. So pretty much that's all I really wanted to cover today. I don't know if anybody has any questions in the comments. I hope everybody liked this. I hope everybody subscribed to the channel. I hope this gave people some lots of great info. I know I gave great info in regards to the drip ecosystem. I know the AMA is coming up later today. Another filibuster going to say the same thing over and over. I'm not trying to be mean, but it's like, how many times are you going to keep saying the same thing? I mean, that can't be the marketing plan. Going to all the people who you're talking to, the same group that are all already in love with it. You got to get out to outside people. And if this is the same thing that built with me forward, you can't do, if you keep doing what got you here, you can't get to the next level. I'm probably butchering that saying, but you can't keep doing the same thing that got you here. You can't. You have to do something different. You can't, because what got you here is not going to get you to the next step. So it's supposed to be all this other advertising, all those other videos, all this, YouTube and this and that, and pre-roll, and those other banners and social media. So let's see if it helps, but you just got to do something different. So I want to share some other things. I hope these other things help. Again, I hope you want to join for that Furio wallet, because the thing is, if that Furio wallet could start building, Then I want to start taking some of that income. Of course, there's going to be a vote from all the people that are in there, because you have, it has to be a collective vote, whatever majority percentage, depends. And taking some and going to some other projects, going to some of these other things, taking little chances and try to build that and just keep building and make the massive wallet that everybody can earn from every month. That's the vision. That's the goal. And if this one takes off, do a second one with another 30, or figure out whatever number of matches, depending on the project, or whatever the case may be. But maybe have some multiple of these and really help people and help build these things. So that's really what I'm trying to do. That's really what the vision I have here is. Again, I hope all of you appreciate this. I hope you like it, subscribe, join the Telegram group. I saw some flashing on my screen on my phone here as I was talking, so I see some did. So I really appreciate that. I also have a small channel here. You can join for less than 10 cents a day to support the channel on YouTube if you want. It's $3 a month. You have some other things for enthusiasts. And this one here is I make some private videos going more in depth for people that have already been showing some stuff both in the stock market and DeFi, just what I'm doing that I feel has helped give us some alpha and definitely showing people some other projects and other gains there. So thank you very much. Appreciate all of you being here. Wish you the best of luck, and hopefully you want to join the team. I'll have some more videos coming out soon. And of course, as I always say, here is to your success.